Welcome to Epstein Becker Green's Employment Law This Week podcast. I'm George Whipple. The Biden NLRB has taken an expansive view of their enforcement authority under the National Labor Relations Act. This has led to an uptick in court challenges to board decisions. But increasingly, it has also resulted in challenges to the constitutionality of the agency itself. Epstein Becker Green's Stuart Gerson has more.
Well, we're beginning to see challenges to the NLRB structure, given recent Supreme Court decisions under the Seventh and Eighth Amendments, where an agency is both judge and jury. And so determinative administrative actions have been challenged on the basis that the agency has no jurisdiction to impose them and that they belong in a court.
At the same time, the Supreme Court's Loper-Bright decision has created what some view as a more favorable climate to challenge the agency's authority.
The Supreme Court's decision in Loper-Bright repealing the Chevron doctrine has created a situation where statutes are not clear, congressional delegations are unclear. The agency, in this case the NLRB, is not entitled to any deference in interpreting the statute. Hence, the door is much wider open to agency challenges, particularly at the NLRB, where the agency has been inconsistent over time, where from administration to administration, chairman to chairman, its positions on given issues have changed a lot.
Epstein Becker Green's Laura Schumann tells us how the courts are responding to these challenges.
So the circuit courts take different positions with respect to whether the NLRB structure is in fact constitutional. In the Fifth Circuit, they have granted preliminary injunctions to employers challenging the constitutionality of the NLRB structure. In Chicago, they have dismissed employers' claims in this respect, finding that those challenges are without merit. Employers who are bringing challenges to these cases need to be very strategic in where they file appeals to NLRB or other agency decisions.
Thanks, Stuart and Laura, and thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
This podcast is presented by Epstein Becker Green, PC. All rights are reserved. This audio recording includes information about legal issues and legal developments. Such materials are for informational purposes only and may not reflect the most current legal developments. These informational materials are not intended and should not be taken as legal advice on any particular set of facts or circumstances, and these materials are not a substitute for the advice of competent counsel. The content reflects the personal views and opinions of the participants. No attorney-client relationship has been created by this audio recording. This audio recording may be considered attorney advertising in some jurisdictions under the applicable law and ethical rules. The determination of the need for legal services and the choice of a lawyer are extremely important decisions and should not be based solely upon advertisements or self-proclaimed expertise. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.